Good afternoon, everyone, or morning, or evening, or wherever you are. Hello and welcome. Hope everyone's well. Big up to anyone watching this on replay. It's another Monday. Wow, where do these weeks go? And we're in October. Wow. Christmas truly is coming at a rate of knots. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I've just had a lovely cup of tea made of Liverpool tears, which tasted absolutely delicious. Yeah, Jim and I have been rewatching the game this morning. I think it's always good to watch it again when you've got a more level head and not feeling the emotion at the time. And I found it much more enjoyable, obviously, because you know what's going to happen, but also noticed a lot of things I didn't notice the first time round. So I will be talking about that. But before we do anything, let's have a look who's in the chat. It's Bobby K. Big up, Bobby K. Hope you're well, my lovely. Adrian Schroker's in the house. Good afternoon. Hope you are well. Norman Stanley Fletcher on day release has said, "Hi Kate, I mentioned in the stream last week that even if we win with the worst VAR decision in history, I would take it in a heartbeat. I'm off to buy a lottery ticket." And hello, Bobby K. Oh dear, I would have taken it. I would have taken a draw at the start. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, it was. It's hilarious. It's just hilarious the way everyone's going on. Anyone would think it was the end of the world as we know it. You know, Liverpool fans are the biggest whingers. I didn't see anyone crying from the Liverpool fan base when Sissoko was penalised for the armpit ball. Didn't see anyone crying then. They say karma is a bitch. Well, so am I. That's all I can say. Oi, oi, Mia the squirt is in the house. Big up, Jim. Hope you're well. What am I going to say? Hope you're well. I know you're well. I've just spoke to you, but hello. Everyone talking to each other. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Jim says, watch the game again this morning, and we played well. Even if it was 11 versus 11, I think we'd have won. Afternoon, Steve D. Hope all is well with you. You look gorgeous this morning, Katie. I'll take that, Jim. Must be the medication that you're on. Good afternoon, Tigaro. Hope you're well, my lovely. Good to see you in here. Yeah, I knew that would be coming out. I'd never take a draw. I know I would have, but you know, who cares now? We've got 3 points. Whoop, whoop. I'm in afternoon too. It's nearly Tuesday here. I'm so confused. It's bonkers. I can never get my head around that. I know I'm really blonde, but to think that it's Monday here, 1 o'clock, and where you are, Tigaro, who I'm talking to in real time, it's nearly Tuesday. It baffles my brain. It's which is one of those things I can't cope with. Probably because I'm stupid, but you know, there we go. Very blonde. Yes, Spurs 2, Liverpool 1. Did VAR cost Liverpool the game? Well, as I said, me and Jim have been watching it this morning. I was under the impression, I'm not going to lie, I was on Sabbath stream last night, and you know, I'd only seen the game and the highlights in real time. Watched it this morning. I was actually really taken aback by how dominant we were for most of the game. I didn't see it. I didn't see it the first time. I think it's because I was on edge the whole time I was watching it. And I think that kind of blurs your vision on watching the game. I didn't realise how much of the ball we had. We obviously had the clearer chances. Sorry, I'm just laughing at Tigaro. No, UK, I struggle too. Damn time zones. Yeah, I can't get my head around it. Yeah, I thought we had the clear-cut chances. When it was 11 versus 11, I don't think we ever really looked in trouble. They had a couple of moments of brilliance where you thought, oh, and obviously the Diaz goal should have stood. I don't think anybody at all would say that wasn't the case. However, I'm not convinced that even if they'd have kept and allowed that goal, we wouldn't have gone on to win. Afternoon, AJ. Hope you're well, my love. Yeah, I think we seem to play better. God, it's warm up here. We seem to play better when we're coming from behind. Liverpool fans are talking like had they allowed the Diaz goal, they were an absolute certainty to win the game. I'm not sure that's the case. I'm really not sure that's the case. And again, as I said on Savage Show last night, ifs, buts, and monkey nuts. I hate ifs, buts, and monkey nuts. If this had happened, if that had happened, if my sister was a boy, she'd been my brother, that sort of thing. Who cares? It's what actually happened. But I am saying from watching the game again, had that goal been allowed, the second half would have been completely different. We would have come out in a completely different mindset. And I'm not sure they would have gone on to win. We are not the Spurs of old. We are not Spursy anymore. Well, let me rephrase that. So far this season, we have not been Spursy. We are the comeback kings at the moment. So who's to say whether that goal would have won Liverpool the game? Liverpool fans think it. I'm not so sure. Big up Beyond 72. Liverpool talking about sporting integrity. Laugh out loud. Didn't hear that when Mane bought a pen. Exactly what I said when I started my show. Exactly what I said. Big up to you. Big up Lee. Nice to see you. Hope you're well and I hope you enjoyed the game on Saturday. Norman says, you're so right, Kate. I never watch Woodage live anymore. The joy knowing we win is a no-brainer. What I would say is had Liverpool kept their heads and not been reckless and stayed with 11 men, maybe, again, who knows? Maybe they'd have won, maybe they wouldn't. I personally think we were more in control when there was 11 versus 11. Even 10 versus 11, we were well in control. And, people say, well, you should be, you're a man up. But when it went to 9, obviously it was difficult. And Angie's getting a lot of criticism for the way we managed that game. But what are we supposed to do in training? Are we meant to sort of train and then say, right, this time we're going to play 11 versus 10? Okay, this next training session, we're going to do 11 versus 9. Do you know what I mean? It's not something that comes up every day. And yeah, with time, Angie's only been there 7 games. With time, we will learn how to adapt our game. But to play against 9 men, it's not something you really expect to happen. So I think Angie's been overly criticised for that. But as I said again, it is what it is. There's no point saying ifs and buts. We won. Do I think VAR cost them the game? No. I think their lack of discipline cost them the game. I, as a Tottenham fan, would have felt extremely hard done by with the whole offside decision. It was a terrible decision, and I don't think any Tottenham fan is debating that. However, the hatred that Liverpool fans are giving Tottenham fans is unwarranted and completely unacceptable. At the end of the day, we didn't make the decision. Ange didn't make the decision. The players didn't make the decision. It was the officials. So why the hatred towards Tottenham, I don't know. And I'm pretty sure, had it gone the other way, Liverpool fans would still be celebrating. What do they want us to do at the end of the game? Oh, we're not going to celebrate, because they should have had that goal. And we're not going to celebrate because, maybe that wasn't a red card. Get out of town. We're celebrating. Don't you worry about that. It's 3 points. I don't care how we got them. If Liverpool players can't keep their heads and give the referee a decision to make, you make your bed and you lie in it, as far as I'm concerned. So that's my initial thoughts on the game. AJ says, I thought Arsenal fans were bad, but these Liverpool fans are cretins, vile, abusing, self-righteous and racist. Yes, the abuse our poor Destiny O'Doggy's getting on Instagram is abhorrent, is the only word I can use. Liverpool fans are crying this morning, crying. I've just been watching Saeed TV. Oh, my goodness. They're saying there's a conspiracy because the Premier League wants City to win the title. So there's this big conspiracy against Liverpool. And it's been proven by this, and because VAR is involved, it's far easier to match fix. Come on. Are Liverpool fans that deluded that they think they're that important that there's this whole conspiracy theory against them? I mean, it's laughable. It's tragic. It's tragic, but it's absolutely laughable. I just was baffled at what I was hearing. Just a bunch of absolute mugs is all I can say. Not all Liverpool fans, you know, you get some decent ones, but the ones that are the mainstream YouTubers are making me cringe beyond all words. Targaro says, could have, should have, might have, but it didn't. Come on, you Spurs. 2-1, 3 points, second in the league. Have I missed something? Exactly that, Targaro. Lisa, it was all good, mad but good. I bet it was. I see so many videos, absolute scenes. Big up, Kate. Bring out the cola bottles. Yeah, I might get on the beer bottles. Big up, Leo. My homies, good morning. This is the best way to start my day, bright and early. With that being said, I hope everyone's doing well, had a wonderful weekend. I think we all had a good weekend when we'd got over the shock of the game and the drama and everything else. And do you know what? Look, all my nails are still intact. I didn't bite them. I'm doing so well this season. I think all the while we're chewing along on the Ange train, my nails will remain intact. So if we don't lose for the season, which I know isn't going to happen, but if it did, my nails would probably be, I don't know, but they'd be long. AJ has said one of the worst has been a guy that goes on Alan's channel. He's pathetic. Sorry, excuse. Is this Hassan? Let me know if that's who you mean. I think that's who you mean. The vile hatred coming out of that man's mouth is baffling. And you know what I also hate? I hate how Liverpool, not all Liverpool fans, some Liverpool fans tar all Tottenham fans in the same bracket, saying we're deluded, saying we're this, saying we're going to win the league, saying this, that, and the other, when it's not true. Everybody's different. But if you go out on YouTube and spread that much hate, it's just not right. At the end of the day, it's football. It's not life and death. It's far more important than that. No, seriously, it's not life or death, is it? It's just banter. That's all it should be, a bit of banter. Adrian says, both red cards were correct decisions. Liverpool can cry all they like, but they have had more than their share of luck against us in the past. Exactly. And if anyone was watching my shows last week, I said there will be a red card that game. I also said, hopefully, we'll get revenge for all the bad decisions that they've had over the years. Bit of a Mystic Meg moment, I think. Joseph's in the house. Big up to you. I hope you are well. Jim says, Kate, people were moaning about the subs. When the subs came on, we picked the pace up, looked better. The fresh legs are what done the trick. Skip making himself busy in the box is what made the goal. Yep. See, I didn't really notice that at the time. First time I watched it. But yeah, Skippy putting pressure on Matip was what forced him into making him kick out to try and clear the ball and inevitably giving us the own goal. So yeah, 100% Skippy played his part there. Legacy 11, big up, said the best part of the weekend wasn't beating Liverpool. It was Fonzie sending a message to Big Ange. Oh my God, that was just the best thing. That was the best thing. And he said, if I sign a poster, will you put it on your wall? That's just brilliant. Tango said, I had a good weekend, but I did miss BJ. Yeah, me too. I miss BJ. Hopefully he'll be back very, very soon. Naughty Tiger, naughty. Norman says, and their second red was massive, Karma. That little snake yotta nearly separated Skippy from his head. Yeah, and you know what? I said on Alan's show yesterday, if you come on and you come on flying at challenges, the first tackle he made should have been a yellow card. Gary Neville, who was up Liverpool's arse the whole game, even said he should have been booked, right? So if they think the first yellow was soft, they should look back and say, well, he should have actually been booked that time. So, you know, they can make excuses all they want. If you come on a pitch or if you're playing on a pitch and you make a reckless challenge, even if you think it's not reckless or it's not a warranted booking, you're giving the referee a decision to make. That is your problem. That is your fault. You cannot blame anybody else. AJ says, absolutely, Adrian. The disallowed goal shouldn't have been, but if you're one of them fans saying they weren't red cards, you 1,000,000% agree. Yes, Kate, that's the cretin. Yeah, I got massive respect for anyone who YouTube's massive, but what I don't like is people that spread hate towards other fan bases. It's not necessary. really isn't necessary. And people that tolerate hate in their chat as well, I can't cope with it. That may be why I'll always have a little channel. And that suits me fine, because I'm all about spreading the love, speaking about my beloved Spurs and just hanging out with my buddies in chat. I'm not interested in all that disgusting hatred and division. There's enough of that in the world as it is. All talking to it. Jim is so rude. He missed BJ as well. No comment. I feel you, Jim. Oh, stop. Honestly, I'm trying to keep this a football show. Since when is Gary Neville scouted? Could have sworn he was the most upset pundit. Do you know what, Leo? When they went down to 9 men, we had the ball constantly, backwards, forwards, like nice little tidy passes all around. And then Salah broke once, right? He then pulled on Basuma's arm and kicked the ball out in temper. And he got a booking for it. First thing Gary Neville said is, see, this is what Spurs know, you know, Salah's dangerous. He's playing so well. And it's like, what? You want to blow any more smoke up their arse? Seriously? You know, I always thought Man United hated Liverpool. You would have thought Gary Neville played for them his whole career, the way he commentated on that game. The level of bias was off the scale. I'm sorry, but Liverpool fans go on about agendas and conspiracies. I very rarely hear anybody say anything nice about Tottenham on Sky Sports. Andros Townsend was the only one waving the flag for us. And I've got to say, little old Andros, albeit he's 32, could do a job for us off the bench. He's a tricky little player and he still looks really fit. He's training at Spurs. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be against that as a squad player. Obviously, you ain't going to pay any money for him. So I'm just saying, putting that out there. What's he spewing goes beyond football. Exactly that. And that's the difference. If you can keep it all about football, as I say, I'll banter with anyone. But when it gets personal, nasty, and there's real hatred, no, that's not for me. Not for me at all. Big up to my nephew, Ben. The mod father's in the house. Hope you're well, my love. Jim says, makes me laugh. Jamie Redknapp, Neville kissing Klopp's arse. Never have a good thing to say about Spurs. Exactly. Nah, Townsend was crap. Yeah, but I just think he offers us something a little bit different off the bench. I'm just saying, you know, I don't think he's Angie's cup of tea anyway because he's 32, but he was a quick little tricky player at times. But as I say, it was just a conversation piece. Afternoon, Daniel Sandoval, bringing the love as always. Hope you're well. Liverpool crybabies, they're a bunch about, yeah, they're always me. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Morning, Bobby K, and everyone in the chat. Come on, you Spurs. Big up, Bobby K. Lovely human. One of my favourites. One of my favourite YouTubers in the community. Lovely human. Big up to you. But don't tell him I said that. I don't want him to get a big head. Good afternoon, Drew. Hope you're well. I've had some lovely videos from your from your aunt today on their yacht trip. Oh my goodness, it looks wonderful. Going around the Blue Lagoon and somewhere else. She's making me very jealous. But lovely Ellie will be here with me tomorrow, not Wednesday this week, because she flies back to good old Blighty on Wednesday. So she's here with me tomorrow at 1. So don't miss that. Nev loves Liverpool's ever since defending his mate Carragher after spitting at a teenage girl. Yeah, that is true. Great chat, Kate. 3 points, job done. I'm in a safe place to give our views. Big up, Kem. Always a safe place here. Don't put up with any crap from anybody. Obviously, I've got the mod father here. But, yeah, no hate, just love and respect in this room, please. I just can't tolerate it at all. I welcome other fans from anywhere in this room. And do you know what? We have some good banter, but I just don't deal with people being personal and spitting hatred and nastiness. It's just totally unwarranted and totally unnecessary and completely unacceptable. Townsend was more of a one-trick pony than Kulu supposedly is. At least Decky tracks back and holds the ball. I have to say, Ben, I was saying to Jim this morning, we watched the game back. Kulu had a better game than I initially thought. He is still frustrating. He still doesn't cross the ball in enough. He is a one-trick pony, but at the same time, I do think he had a better game than I originally thought. So I think I was a little bit harsh on him. So, yeah, maybe I do still think that we can have a better option for Ange Ball, and I do still think Kulu belongs more central than on the wing. But Once BJ's back, we'll see. Oh no, Bobby K heard it. Damn it. I was trying to whisper. Afternoon, Cole Simpson. Nice to see you in my chat. Hope you're well, my love. Talking to each other. Where are we? Bobby Kate. Bobby Kate said you're a top guy. Blow more smoke up your backside, Bobby. Shh, don't tell it. Oh, Jim, boys all good off to school. Bless them. See, another one who's on a different timeline. I can't cope. To think that we're at lunchtime and their kids are going to school. I can't cope with all these time zones. It just doesn't make any sense to me. AJ, classy scouse scum. I cannot stand them. They got what they deserve. Karma's a bitch. Agreed. Maybe saying Small Willie might have been slightly harsh. Oh, yeah, Kulusevski, he's quick. He's got a little dick. But then I changed it to average. So I did kind of give him a little bit of credit. Average is all right. Ben, watch the game again. Kulu was really good a few times. Should have crossed quicker, but he played well. I think he got a bad rap. Yeah, I admit when I'm wrong, and I do think he was better than I originally thought he was. However, as I've just said, I do think we could have an alternative, quicker option. And I'm not saying that Kulu hasn't got a place in the squad, but I think he's got to be played more central. In my opinion, what do I know? I'm just a girl who loves Spurs. I'm not Ange Postecoglou or anyone else. See, look, it's 6:20 in the morning. Leo, I can't cope with it. Why is it? It's 1 o'clock here and we're talking and it's, do you know what? I'll never get my head around it as long as I live. I really never will. Ben said, I'm complimentary of him usually, but he has to cross the ball more. Yeah. Ty says, I genuinely think we'll be sitting on 35 points from 13 games. The title race is on. I'm not saying anything. Did you see Richarlison giving it to Klopp during the game? Yeah, and Klopp was telling him to calm down. Yeah, I bet Richarlison was thinking, yeah, you calm down. Yeah, well, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Big up Nana Hotspur. My little grandson went to watch the match at a neighbour's house who is a Liverpool fan, an adult, thought the rivalry all in good fun, even sent the fella a couple of beers, the own goal. Oh, I think that's going to come on. Don't forget to hit the like button, people. Big up, Geordie. You do make me crease. I was absolutely wetting myself at your comments in Jacob's chat last night. Just hilarious. I do hope you are well. So, yeah, in answer to my question, do I think VAR cost Liverpool the game? The answer is no. I think it could have if the goal had allowed, but it didn't. And if the goal had been allowed to stand, there's nothing to say they'd have won because we're better from behind. Oi, oi. So, in my opinion, no, it didn't cost them the game. Their mentality and their recklessness cost them the game. So, yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to say. When the own goal goes in and he boots my 8-year-old out. That's hilarious. Anyone here about Romero and McAllister? Yeah, McAllister says this is what happens when you play 12 men, to which Romero replied, go cry at home. Just class. Just love Romero. He just don't give a shit, does he? AJ says Kulu was very good. Yes, he might be predictable, always cutting in, but the ball retention's brilliant. Hardly ever gets dispossessed and works his arse off defensively. Yeah, do you know what? He's a real Marmite player. I think it's because I thought I expected more from him because of his first season with us, but I did underestimate how much he did yesterday. And I'll openly say I should have given him a bit more credit. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's 20 past 11 here and I should go to sleep. Oh my goodness. Do you want me to read you a bedtime story, Tigara? Would that help you sleep? Or maybe just me waffling will help you sleep? Please do smash the like button when you come in. It does help. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I've gone a bit quiet. I'm steadily, like, instead of going like that, I'm kind of going at a very steady snail pace, which is fine. Working my way up to 600. Kem says they lost it because we was making them make the mistakes. The closing down, they couldn't cope. Agreed 1,000,000%. Adrian said Basuma's on 4 yellow cards and will not escape a ban with 13 games. Oh, with 13 games to the yellow card amnesty. Yeah, I have to agree. That's his game, though. I used to book him. I used to book him. I used to back him to be booked all the time when he was at Brighton. He just gets lots of yellow cards. And that's fine, but it's when they get yellow cards for stupid things like mouthing off to the ref, that's what's frustrating. Excuse me. Let's have the replays like they want. Champions League final first, and then 11 versus 9 game. Ref's got the cards right. Suck it up, Klopp. Can you imagine if they said, yeah, we'll replay it? Every single team, and I mean every single team, because there's not a team in the Premier League that hasn't had awful decisions go against them, has to be replayed. And then what about Villa, who got promoted because the goal line technology failed when the opposing team's goal was over the line? What's going to happen there? Do you know what I mean? It is pathetic. What is the point of Liverpool releasing that statement? It is the cringiest thing I've ever seen. Good afternoon to Dave H. Big up to you. Another happy Monday. Yes. Monday, happy days. So, yeah, it is a happy Monday. I enjoyed the second time around knowing we was going to win. I did too, Jim. The pressure of not knowing is just awful. Ty says, yes, please, Kate. Tell me the story of how the Scousers got upset about Tottenham beating them 2-1. Oh, you've got to laugh. AJ says, you need to promote yourself more, girl. Get your face out there. People need to know about the first lady of Tottenham YouTubers. Well, I'm definitely not the first. You've got Holly's Hotspurs and Mia around before me. But, yeah, I try and get myself out there. It's hard because the big channels don't notice little YouTubers like me. But perhaps I need to contact some of them and ask if I can make an appearance on their show, like the Football Terrace and We Are Tottenham TV, get my name out there a bit. But you know what? I like it. It's nice, our little community. Of course, it'd be nice if I got to be able to grow and get over 1,000 and this, that, and the other. But I love my little chats with you all on a lunchtime. It keeps me going. Kem says, hey, the Fonzie sending a message to And was gold. It was pure gold. And I was very jealous that And got a message from the Fonzie, I've got to say. Brennan Johnson should be fit for Luton's likely to start. Good. I'm wondering if he'll make some changes about that. Who's Abby Summers? I think Abby Summers gets it. I don't know who she is. Sorry. Maybe I should. Leeds would have still been up without VAR decisions against them. This is what I mean. The can of worms, open, massive. Oh, my God. Yeah. I don't know what they think they're going to achieve. Do you know what? I'd have respect for Liverpool if they came out and released a statement that said the decisions yesterday with the goal was appalling. We're campaigning for change to the way VAR is used or something along those lines. We want change. But it's the way they worded it. It was like, you know, we're the victims. You know, we want something done because we've been victimised and oh, it's just so embarrassing. I don't honestly know what they think they're going to achieve. Geordie says, hate the fact that person in Hassam's chat tried to make out you was mocking the tragedy yesterday. Can't stand Liverpool fans. It's the same as the race card. All I said was Liverpool always think they're the victims. And I got jumped on called vile. And they accused me of talking about Hillsborough, which never even entered my head, nor would it. And I said to them, well, I would never even think of that. That's not me. And if anyone who knows me will say that. And he went, well, no one knows you. You know what I mean? This is the sort of hatred you get. It's just, I would never have even thought of that. It never entered my brain. But it's the same when I criticised Sonny and was called racist. It's people's mentality these days. It's just, wow, so much hate out there. It's awful. Kate's the baby of the girl YouTubers, but they're all close friends, which is great. Yeah, exactly that. Girls have got to stick together. We're a minority in the YouTube community. We've got to big each other up first, always. Yeah, Leeds got stitched up last season. Abby is on Dr. Sports. Oh, my God, Kate, you don't know who Abby Summers is. Maybe I do. I'm going to Google her quickly. Just bear with me. Why do you say that? Abby Summers. I probably do know her. No, I don't know her, but she's very beautiful. So I don't ever expect to compete with her. We should highlight this statement about you getting racially abused, disgraceful. I did mention it at the start of the show, Drew. Like, it is just disgraceful. And I was saying that certain YouTube channels, spread hate, and that doesn't help. They add fuel to this fire. It's just the most despicable behaviour. I mean, there's just no excuse for it at all. All I hope is that Destiny's got real strength of character and doesn't let that affect him, and that the people that are doing it and are culpable for this disgusting, vile abuse are brought to justice, because it's just, do you know what? Even like last night, I was on Sava's panel show and someone called Sava's wife a whore. And you know, when you think, wow, why is there so much nastiness in the world? It's so sad. It's just so sad and tragic and just despicable. Liverpool fans been crying like dying ducks in a thunderstorm. Exactly. How about a simplified version from Liverpool? Shit happens. Yeah, that sounds like a good story. You're not racist, Kate. You just don't like people that don't look like you. Bobby K, stop it. You're my favourite, or one of my favourites. And my husband's Maltese, so I'll be a bit stuck. Oh no, it's just someone yesterday in a Liverpool chat room called me vile because I said Liverpool fans always think they're the victims. And they accused me of being vile about Hillsborough, but I didn't even mention Hillsborough. And do you know what? It never crossed my mind for even the split second. That is not me. Anyone, well, you guys don't even know me, but anyone that knows me properly well, there's nothing like that in me at all to ever say anything. That is just unbelievable. And he started to try and encourage hate on me, so I just left in the end. And then when I happened to say that I didn't think Sonny was very good at the beginning of the season, that he was out of form, I got called racist and told to drink bleach and all this rubbish. But you know what? It's water off a duck's back. I know I'm a good person, so... you are very beautiful too, Kate. Yes, thank you, darling. You would say that you're my husband, but not in Abby Summers' league, quite obviously. What's the odds, Kate? Klopp's next Premier League presser, he uses psychology to put the ref bang under pressure. Oh, absolutely. And you know what? If a massive decision goes their way, we'll see how many Liverpool fans are up in arms and crying about it. That's all I can say. Swings and roundabouts and all that. Anyway, let's not get too happy about our position in the league or the results we've had. Let's just wait till the end of the season and see. One game at a time, as Benny said. One game at a time. Watching this on ×2 to catch up. There were a lot of female YouTubers much, much bigger than me. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know who they all are because I'm new, but I know that I'm nowhere near it. That's it. Sorry, I came in late, so I missed you talking about it. Mum was on the phone. That's okay. It's one of the first things I said about the racist abuse. It's just there's no place for it in society, and I don't understand how these keyboard warriors think it's acceptable. And this is the trouble with the internet, I'm afraid. For all the good it does, it is absolutely vile and one of the most toxic places you can be. Geordie says, nice to see the two fans who are abusing little Bradley Lowry have been arrested. I didn't know anything about that, but I can't even cope with the thought of that. I'm speechless. Wow. Might be bigger than you, Mia, but not as good, darling. Oh, look at Jim. It's such a charmer. Liverpool have had more VAR decisions go their way than any Premier League team. Now, Adrian, I don't know if that's true, right? Because 1 or 2 seasons ago, I thought that, and I looked, and they were actually one of the lowest. So unless that's changed in the last couple of years, it is actually a myth. Although it seems like they always get the decisions, they actually don't. I've got to stick up for Liverpool there. Yep, Andrew Gregory, big up to you. And Karma is a bitch, but not as big a bitch as I am. Mia says, I can't believe Alex said that. He's got to be the most negative Spurs YouTuber going. Alex, what? Alex said what? I'm so confused. Let me know. Abby, not fit to tie your boots. Tagawa said, in my job, I see the worst of the worst, but the vitriol against Destiny is abhorrent in the extreme. Hope they're identified and banned for life. I'm not sure what you do for a living, Tagaro, but you know what? I see it everywhere. But like I say, I love YouTube. I love the internet at times. I love the fact we can communicate from all over the world and talk about things like we're sitting in a pub. But at the same time, it is the most vile, toxic, awful place because people have got in the habit of knowing they can say what they want without consequence. You know, face to face, these people wouldn't say that, but because they're behind the safety of their computer screen, they spout all this hate and abuse, and it's just totally disgusting. Mia, don't put yourself or your channel down. You smash it as well. Where did you see that, Adrian? Because honestly, I literally looked a couple of years ago, maybe two or three seasons ago, at the people whose VAR decisions have gone their way, and Liverpool were one of the least. They got one of the least decisions. So I'd love to see those stats if you could get them for me. Be interesting. Is Abby Summers the one on DR Sports? See, look, everyone knows who they are. I don't know who she is. I do know who she is. I recognise her face, but she looks more like a page 3 girl. She's beautiful. For me, you, Kate and Ellie are the ladies on YouTube. We'll take that, won't we, Mia? We'll take that. Kate got that VAR information about Liverpool from Iggy on Tottenham away. Okay, I'll get in touch with Iggy because that's really interesting. I'd like to know. I'd like to see it. I'm sure he will share with me. I will message him after. Big up, Robbie. Hope you're well, lovely. Good to see you. When you were on Alan's channel saying he's not getting excited or enjoying it because he's real, the lad chats out of nonsense. Oh, yeah, AJ. Do you know what, though? Alex is lovely. Mr. Box Office is a completely different human. But, yeah, not for me. I say ride the wave. I'm not getting carried away. I don't think we're winning the league. I don't think we're going to challenge City. But ride the wave. Otherwise, why be a fan if you're just going to be waiting for it to all go wrong all the time? Life is negative enough without all that cobblers. Big up, Robert Wilson. Nice to see you. Hope you are well. Big up also to Peter Kalo. You can't say VAR cost Liverpool the game. There was 70 minutes left in the game. Tottenham would still have won in the last minute. That's what they do. Exactly what I said, Peter. I said what cost them the game was their reckless challenges. They lost their heads. They were rattled. You can't say every action's got a reaction. And second half, Ange has proved we have got the best bounce back ability in the league. So, yeah, for me, no one can say it. But do you remember when Fonzie used to hit the jukebox and the music started playing? Ange channeling the Fonz hits the VAR screen and the lines disappear. That's brilliant. Someone should seriously make that into a little video. Mia said the issue is a lot of the time this abuse is from the same person with multiple accounts. They want attention, so go to the extremes. It's disgusting. A vile social media needs to do better. I agree. And it's the same with YouTube. How many times do we get trolls? Multiple accounts, same person giving us abuse. But it is what it is. Kate, get yourself on the DR Sports platform. I was asked to go on there because I was debating with Cecil. Oh, okay, I've never even been on there. See, it's not because it's just because I keep my circle small and I don't know that much about YouTube really. So I will. Thanks, Drew. I'll have a nosy and have a look. Is Cecil a gooner or something? I'll have a nosy and have a look. You know when Robbie's views are dropping when he rolls out Abby, but we shouldn't say that. Oh, okay. Nana says, where has he been getting racist abuse? I haven't seen it. It's disgusting that people resort to that kind of low-life, scummy behaviour on Instagram. And this is what makes me laugh about Arsenal fans being so vile to Tottenham. If you remember when Saka missed the penalty for the Euros, we were the only club who had banners up saying we were proud of Saka and who gave him a standing ovation when he walked through the tunnel. They forget that. Best female pundit for me is Kate Abdo. She's fit, knows her stuff and speaks 4 languages. Oh, I'm going to look at her and all. Kate Abdo. It's the name, see? Oh, she does the boxing. I've seen her on the boxing. I've got to be honest, but I've never really seen her talk about football, so I'll have a look. Alex Box Office in the Flesh is the antithesis of Alex in podcast. Exactly that, Adrian. I can't work out if Alex's opinions are genuine or is he playing a character. I don't really want to say because I like Alex. All I know is I would happily have a beer with Alex. I would not have a beer with Mr. Box Office. That's all I'm going to say. Can you imagine 2 people come together in a moment of passion and love to create life and they end up giving birth to a pathetic YouTube troll? What a waste of a good... Yeah, I can't disagree with that, Tycho. Jim, Kate speaks 2 languages, English and rubbish. Looks like Jim will be making his own dinner today. Well, I might make him a nice dinner and not cut it up and see how he gets on. Box office in real life's a good guy. I've got all the time in the world for Alex. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm saying, Lee. Exactly. Do you watch The Best of Enemies with Robbie and Expressions? Robbie Lyle owns the DR. Is Robbie Lyle the one who does AFTV? No, I watched Expressions versus Troops for the North London Derby, and it's one of the funniest videos I think I've ever watched. It was absolutely hilarious. I just think Expressions is the funniest guy. He has me crying with laughter. Big up to Geordie, who says Saka is English. When he does well, he's black. When he messes up, that's the internet. Oh, Saka's English when he does well. He's black when he messes up. Yeah, exactly that. It's the same as Andy Murray. All the English people loved him. But as soon as he was crap, played crap, it was, oh, he's Scottish, he's this, he's that. It's just people are fickle and awful. Big up Kate. Big up the Big D. Hope all's well. Destiny just getting targeted because he's a fantastic young left back with Saka and Salah in his pockets. Yeah, it's just so sad. I hope he's got a character to rise above it. Agree on Kate Abdo and even Alex Scott. I like Sue Smith. I'm not going to lie. I think she's great. Yes, AFTV is Robbie's channel as well. Okay. And I've never seen DR Sports in my life. I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to check it out after this. Big up, Aaron. Nice to see you. Hope you are well. Says, big up, Kate. Hope you're good. Good win on Saturday. Don't worry about what the Liverpool fans are saying. Finally, karma's come around for them. Exactly. Look, my tattoo says it. What goes around comes around. It's my saying in life. It's always the way. Alex strikes me as a really good guy. He is a good guy. Nana Hotspur, have Liverpool benefited from VAR? Liverpool have benefited more than any other Premier League team from VAR decisions this season. It has been revealed. The Reds have been given 6 points. Okay. I was going to say a couple of seasons ago, or last season it might have been, when VAR first came in, they did an analysis for the first year or 2 seasons, and Liverpool one of the lowest, which I always thought was baffling because I always thought Liverpool got all the decisions. But obviously this season it's slightly different. But I'm going to look into this because it's interesting. Dexter Morningstar, big up to you. Hope you're well. Don't like that expressions. Every second word is fam or blood. Yeah, this is what my husband says. But you know what? And Troops is the same. But when they did the video together, it was just the funniest thing, but you have to look past that. But some of his analogies, what did he say? He said, yeah, Liverpool can take that like Gary Barlow. Just little things like that, he says. Just so quick-witted, so funny. I've been watching Expressions for a long time. He hasn't changed one bit. I love Expressions. We've been watching him for ages. Thanks to interventions in 2023 campaign, and we'll be sitting 6 points off the bottom 3 without him. Wow. That is wow. Box office Alex does seem to be a nice guy. I just don't agree with his views. Yeah, everybody's different. We've had countless amount of poor decisions against us when we play Liverpool. Exactly, Aaron. Biggest one being Sissoko's armpit ball. Skip being decapitated. You could just go on and on. Shout out to Mr. Box Office for photobombing Sean Butler's post-fan match interview, standing on the phone in the background. Haven't seen them. What's funnier is Troops misses is a Spurs supporter. Oh my God. I didn't know that. When Expressions used to call Spurs Bagel FC, nothing in the middle. I like the way he doesn't say ooze in sauce anymore. It's like kangaroos in sauce. Absolute, just hilarious. Is it wrong that I have zero sympathy for them? No, Jim feels exactly the same as you, Bobby. I don't either. I just said that if it was me, I would be screaming, but I would move on. I wouldn't be calling for my club to have petitions and asking for replays. I mean, come on, cringe. On current form, Destiny Udogie is the best left back in the Premier League. Yep, quite believe it. That brings me on to something else, actually. The underestimation of Pedro Porro. Wow. I knew he had a good game, but wow. When I watched it again, and again I'll say it, wow. He got an 8.3 rating on the day. These are his stats. 48 out of 56 accurate passes at a rate of 86%. 6 out of 6 successful tackles, 100%. 7 out of 10 ground duels won, 70%. 1 out of 1 aerial duels won, 100%. 3 chances created, 6 recoveries made. Wow. And we all thought he couldn't defend. What a player he is turning out to be. Just absolute wow. He's got to be one of the steals of the last couple of years. I mean, I think he's such a great player. Just the things he did in the game, he looked so defensive minded, which I didn't think he had in his locker. So yeah, just incredible. I don't know what you all think about Porro. Let me know in your comments. Alex did crack me up the other day when he said he's your guilty pleasure. Yeah, I know. And I went, you wish. He went, no, you wish. Yeah, he is funny at times. Mr. Cardboard Box seems okay when he hasn't got a script in front of him. We were due some love in VAR for once, agreed. Player ratings I'm going to do tomorrow with Queen Ellie. I think we'll do some dual player ratings tomorrow because I wanted to just talk about VAR today and also touch on Porro because I did originally give Vicario man of the match because I said he doesn't get the praise he deserves. But after rewatching the game, I am going to go back and say Porro really was exceptional. Yeah, you can't even talk about Pedro Porro and Emerson Royale in the same breath. What an absolute baller we've got there so far. He has been faultless. I remember really saying, well, before the Arsenal game and the Liverpool game, my biggest concern was the Pedro Porro positioning, but everything he needed to do, he did. And that at the end, when he took his shirt off and said, "Anyone I was in their fantasy team and all that," I just think he's brilliant. I thought he was fantastic on Saturday. But yeah, we will do player ratings tomorrow. As I say, just wanted to really go over the game because I didn't do a stream on my own channel over the weekend. So I thought I'll just give my own quick analysis of the game and we'll do player ratings tomorrow with little Ellie. And I had to put this banner up because I just love this word. Spurs have the best bounce back ability in the league. Expectations for the season. Oh, Neil Shafton's in the house. Our supporter TV and webcasts are just too entitled. Excuse me, to realise the first goal was a blown call they benefited from, and then the conspiracy theories flow when the calls go against them. Delusional. Yeah, that goal. Is that when you're talking about when was it Udogie got carded? That wasn't a card. Is that what you're talking about that led to the goal? Do you know what? It's one-sided. They moan when they want. They praise when they want. It's just biased. That's all it is. Agreed, Bobby K. He has been a revelation. It was class on Saturday. Watch that Royale slander, Kate. Barry might be watching. Bring it on, Barry. That's what I say. Class from Porro. Yeah, exactly. Porro has silenced the doubters. Exactly. I was really worried about Porro playing right back, but he's getting better and better every week. Agreed, Jason. Hello, if I haven't said hello, good to see you. And he really is growing into the team. But I think that can be said for a lot of our players. I think they're looking more comfortable, more confident. This is what I said. Never underestimate the power of a manager who has faith in his players, who will big up his players, who will tell them they can beat anyone, who will put their arm around them and say, you know what, I'm proud of you. Sometimes these young players, that's what they need. And if there's self-belief in the squad, it can take you ever such a long way. That's all I'm saying. It should not be underestimated. Poch getting sacked when he loses to Fulham tonight. Is it at Fulham or is it at Chelsea? I think it's at Fulham, is it? I haven't checked. I have to eat my words about criticising Porro defensively. Long may his improvement continue. Adrian, you're not the only one. I think we all thought he was going to be a weakling, and he's out. He's proven us all wrong. Big up Donovan, Richarlison. Poo-poo. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about Richarlison that much. Hi, Mark. Hope you're well. Yeah, all good in the house here. Hope you're good too. If Chelsea lose to Fulham tonight, is Poch done? Is it at home or away? I can't remember. If someone can tell me. In fact, I can just look. I can just look on my app. I'm not sure that they'll sack him yet. I'm not sure they will. Porro unrecognisable from the player last year. Yep. Oh, it's at Fulham. I'm not sure then. I'm not sure. I think they're going to give him a bit more time. Next Premier League manager to leave. Poch is 14-1. Favourites Paul Heckingbottom. Then Sean Dyche, Iriola, Ten Hag, Gary O'Neill, Vincent Kompany, then Pochettino. But we all know this is Chelsea. Anything could happen. Why do Liverpool fans and their pathetic, dramatic managers sound like 2-year-olds having a tantrum because mummy and daddy didn't buy them a toy? Because that's what they are. They just, like I say, they weren't crying when Sissoko's armpit ball was given. In fact, I'm sure they were all cheering. At the Cottage, yuck, hate that ground. Hate that ground. Been once, Spurs lost. Hate that ground and everything about it. Just going to put that out there. A lot of people do, mate. We need to give players time to bed in. New country, new life, new style, new club. Yeah, I have to say, Jim always tells me I judge players too quick, and he's probably right. But definitely guilty of that with Porro, without any shadow of a doubt. Well, I'm just amazed, and I hope he's bound to have make a couple of mistakes, but I hope everyone stays and keeps their faith in him, because he's proving us all wrong, and he's doing a grand job. Mark, I think Hughes will win. Gallagher hat trick. Wow, it's not going to be easy. West London derby. I'm surprised Dyche is in a job. Yep. I read Porro's having one-to-one defensive training. Well, if he is, it's certainly showing. 14-1. I'm putting a gorilla on Poch. What's a gorilla? Never heard of that. How much is that? I have. I put £1 on Poch to be the next manager sacked when he was 16-1. £1. Because it's kind of wishful thinking. Sorry, Poch, but you know what? You went to the enemy. This is what happens. Karma is a bitch. Porro's a class player. He was man of the match for me. Yeah, he was fantastic. Hit the bar. Nice to see you, lovely. All the hate Vicario had, where's that all gone? What a keeper. Do you know what? I watched him and Alisson. Now, Alisson is undoubtedly the best keeper in the league and one of the best keepers, if not the best in the world. But Vicario was immense as well, and I don't think he gets anywhere near enough credit. That double save he done was unbelievable. But I liked him the minute he came in. The only thing I said to Jim was he looks like he couldn't catch a cold, because all the highlight reels, he never caught the ball. But again, another one. Angie's improving them week on week on week. And this is what I say. He's obviously telling them they're good enough. He's obviously telling them they're doing really well. And this is what builds up players' confidence, you know. So long may it continue. 1,000, wow. Funny, they didn't bother mentioning Mickey Robo, defender, and Salah had no real threat because Udogie was one step ahead. The real story was Vicario and Alisson and the saves they made. Exactly what I just said. Exactly what I just said. And I think we've got an absolute gem in Vicario. I really do. I think he looks the real deal, and he's shown that he is absolutely 100% warranted as our number one. The only thing that worries me is, God forbid, if he got injured, we go back to 4-star. Oh my God. Or Lloris. True, Jim, but I judge players when I do my usual constructive critique of each game. Yeah, we all do it as football fans. 99% of us judge players too quick. Liverpool asking for a rematch, just stop. Big up Gabriel. I know, is that the cringiest thing ever? I think so. Every single Italian I spoke to about Vic said sorry, Ben, I lost your message. Said he'd be the national keeper this year. That's a lot of Italians. Jim said the same thing. Jim was bigging him up to me before we signed him. He looked into him, and you know what? He is very, very good. And you know what? When at the end, when we won, did you see he knelt down, put his arms out? His arms are so long. He's like Mr. Tickle from the Mr. Men. His arms are just so long. Yeah, the great doubles. Oh, that was just quality. I knew Vicario was good when Buffon said his future of Italian goalkeeper. And yeah, exactly that. Hit the bar. High praise indeed. Madders and Sonny are playing injured. I wonder if Ange plays them half a game, rest them against Luton. That's what I hope. I hope he starts them, we get a couple of goals, and then takes them off and rests them. Try the kids out. Let the kids have a go. Donnelly's on the bench. I would assume Valise will be on the bench. Let them have a run out. Throw caution to the wind. Gorilla equals 1,000 Australian dollars or 23 quid. That's not 1,000 Australian dollars. It's not £23, is it? I've been doing a lot of work with Australian dollars. It's not that, is it? Unless something's changed massively, I don't know about. Mbappe at St James's Park this weekend, something I thought I'd never say. Yeah, big up to you, Geordie. Let's hope you have a good game and maybe get a win. You never know. I've seen enough of Conor Gallagher now. Mountain Habits joined. Proud to be a Geordie. Jim says, I go back and watch games of them at their old clubs. I knew Porro and Vic would come good, and I said about it. Yeah, this is what I said about Brennan Johnson. I did exactly what Jim did. I watched loads of his games against Forest, and I just thought this guy is going to slot right in there for Ange. So hopefully I will be proven right. He's got ice in his veins because he hasn't melted under pressure. When the passes back are probably a little too close, and he has to make a quick decision. Yeah, agreed. A mod for Carefree Lewis and that prediction every game. Gallagher hat-trick. They all sound deluded. Why am I blonde? What have I done? What have I done? It says, please explain. I always do stupid things, and then I don't even realise I've done them. Vicario is a confident, commanding sweeper keeper who speeds up play with an accurate throw. And you know what? I don't want to be the kiss of death, Kate. Please don't be the kiss of death. But when we play, you know, when we're in our box and they're passing it back, I'm not scared anymore. Do you know what I mean? When Romero taps it to Van der Ven, who taps it back, and I don't feel scared anymore. There just seems a real control and confidence about our defence and our keeper, and it's just wonderful. Yeah, I see you on a couple of times. Oh, right. Okay, sorry. What would you consider a successful January transfer window? For me, we've got to get a centre-back and a striker. And in an ideal world, I'd like a winger. Another winger, maybe. Or maybe even a left-back. But definitely a successful window will be a top-class centre-back and a top-class striker. If we can get those two in, that's a good January window. Because everyone knows the January window is so difficult. Yeah, I love our keeper too. How do I tag on phone? Yeah, you have to do it on a computer. That's the only way it tags, and it doesn't always work on the computer. I've got to put it out there. Romero, Van der Ven both had 94% accuracy. What a partnership. Benny's on at 2. I'm finishing in a minute, peeps, because Benny's on. I assume. Let me just check. I'm sure he will be on. If he's in the chat, he'll tell me, but let me just check. Guys, if you haven't already, please, will you smash the likes for me? I don't ask very often because I forget, but it does help the channel. And also, if you haven't subscribed and would like to, I'd be very appreciative. Auburn and Tapsoba. Tapsoba's not going to happen. He's just signed a new 5-year deal. But a good centre-back would be good. Gift Auburn, maybe, yeah. Just a good attacking option. Wow, that hour has frigging flown by. I'm back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. No, hold on. Rewind. I'm back in the morning at 10 a.m. Me and Ellie are on with Sava over at Football Heritage TV. Then I am back here with Ellie at 1 o'clock for our hour of chat where we'll be doing player ratings. We will be recapping on the Premier League results this weekend and also doing our predictions for next weekend. So please do join us. Wow, 42 in, 42 likes. You guys are bloody amazing. Scouts TV were blaming the ref for the Jones red when the rules read studs up and then where contact is considered dangerous, which again touch or not. Exactly. The rules are the rules. Gift Allbrand's not scored in 7 games. Yeah, that's why I said maybe. I think we need to explore options for a decent striker, but definitely need to do something in January. I pray Levy backs Ange. He has history in effing it up. Agreed. Yeah, everyone head on over to the coffee company. Ben's doing his hour of chill. Centre back Lloyd Kelly can play at left back. Yeah, well, we'll see. Let's just concentrate on the here and now. Big up, Leo. Big up to everyone who watched. Big up to everyone that liked. And you know what? You guys are just the best. Join me tomorrow, like I say, Savage Show. Oh, I lost a subscriber rather than gaining any today. Isn't that nice? Anyway, yeah, join me in the morning on Savage Show. But for now, everyone, head on over to the coffee company for an hour of chill. Don't mention the F word. And I will see you all, like I say, Football Heritage TV at 10 or here at 1 tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. Big yourselves up. Much love. Come on, you Spurs.